Hello, all you hardcores. How are you doing? Russ here from Porker's Corner, biggest gob in sport. We're on part 3 now. We're just waiting for Andy. And can I just say, he is not from Aberdeen. He's from Perth. But it just sounded better, didn't it, Andy? We're just waiting for Andy to log on. He'll be here in a second. Rip. Here we go. Here's Andy. Women love him. Men want to be him. How you doing, Andy?
Got my boxers and need t-shirt on as well.
You got your what on?
Boxers and need t-shirt.
Oh, brilliant. We all love that. You're proper company man now, aren't you?
Yeah. Sparkling John sent me this.
Sparkling John, did he send you it? It's all right.
Man,
When I did that documentary for them out there, went out twice, he was driver for me. Me and him, we had a right laugh. All day up and you've driven to Spain, haven't you? You go through loads of tolls, don't you? All we did was drive everywhere. You know what I mean? And you can imagine what I'm like. I'm hard work, aren't I, really? I terrorise.
you're not the most patient person.
No, John, I apologise for terrorising you. We had a right laugh, though. We did have a right laugh, honestly. Because it's different, isn't it? I'm not a big fan. I'm not travelling and going abroad. But when I did that documentary, anybody who wants to watch a good documentary, go on my channel and type in Porky's Corner, Welcome Estates. I think it might come on. It's 2 hours 39, I think. Or you can watch it in a 12 or 13 part. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
It's good, isn't it? The documentary.
Yeah. Seen it at the time, anyway. Yeah.
But that was my... I think that was the second one I'd done. Well, I'd done about 5 anyway, but obviously it's they piece it together, don't they, to make you look good. But I thought I did all right.
Yeah.
I did all right.
Yeah, it was good.
I tried to make it a bit. I mean, you're going around to them golf resorts and villas and estate agents, and it's all a bit drab, innit? But I can assure you that I livened it up. I livened it up out there for them. They'd never met anybody like me out there. I swear to God. Where did you get him from? Can you imagine Gary's daughters? Dad, where did you get him from? Oh, in with chain and teeth. Okay. Long story, but he's all right, Gary. I hope he's all right. I'm worried about him. I'm worried about him at the moment. He's a lot on his plate. Him. Worry kills, you know. Worry, Gary. Try not to worry as much. But it's hard.
Yeah, stress is good for you.
And your wife still, and he's got a lot on his plate, that bloke. Very calm bloke. Bricktop. Bricktop's in with DAZN now, isn't he? What do you think to that, Andy?
It's like he's pulling the rug from under Eddie Hill's feet everywhere he goes, isn't he?
Yeah, when you think about it, right? You know, Bricktop has played a blinder. Eddie thought he got in first in Saudi, didn't he? With that other outfit. And then it all went a bit tits up. They didn't have all the money, did they? Eddie went in. Eddie got greedy, didn't he, at first? Thought, oh, this is easy. Yeah. Bricktop played his card, didn't he? Saved his mole. And moved in with other dude, Turkey. And says, yeah, Eddie, if you want to come along for a ride, you can. To see to bus. There's a couple of tickets for you in rafters.
It's no long ago Bricktop was calling the zone dead zone or the app.
Yeah, whatever, it's not that long ago. Bricktop were coming on IFL. Want your Bricktop? Going on about the Saudi regime, how they throw gay people at buildings. His words, not mine. His words. But I forgot about that. Why haven't we got YouTubers saying to him with access, Frank, you remember this interview that you told me a few years ago when you said that the regime in Saudi is terrible, the human rights and all that? But what about StubHub? They got involved with StubHub after. What about when Bricktop were getting his local MP to ask questions in the House of Commons? about stuff we all remember. I sat and watched it with my mum and dad's because they watch it every day, that programme. And then with Green Leather Chesterfields and all that, innit? Where they ask
Yeah.
Mr. Speaker and all that.
Uh,
People forget about that.
they're all wires, eh? They're all wires. They're just a house of
StubHub,
shambles.
call it Stabab, didn't he? Kicked the biggest up. I was StubHub. I did as well. I would team Bricktop on that one. Now look, swapping spitting showers, reach
Changes the
arounds
tune.
at shows. What's going on? Hold on, reach arounds. Seen it? What's going on? Anybody got a memory? Have they all got amnesia? Telling tales to taxman, Batman, to police, to border control. The boxing border control have been inundated with grassing emails from both camps for donkey's years, ever since emails begun. Before that, I was paper and pen. And all of a sudden, we're all besties. Friends to the end. Like Chucky. No, Chucky in play. When he goes, no, they don't kill him. Friends to the end. Grown men swapping spit in shower after everything that's gone on. See where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
Can you imagine that?
Yeah, it's all about cringe, isn't it?
You know
But it's good for boxing. They're all working together, eh?
I say to the pair of them, Eddie and him, get your fucking coats off and get right back and get at it. Get your coats off and get at it. After all that for 30, 40 years, get them coats off and let's see some action. I want to see.
$1 million Eddie, eh?
You
never hear him.
Shower?
You never hear Eddie shouting about how much money he's got anymore, do you?
Eddie. They say they've got money, don't they? Well, have they? Have they? Say they have.
More than me. More than me, anyway.
Torture's got more than Eddie in bank. You all keep putting it into your company and saying, my company's worth this, my company's worth that. Let me tell you this. Your company is only as good as who you've got working for you. For example, if Liverpool get relegated in 5 years, that team is worth naught, isn't it? So,
yeah.
Whatever they've spent on them, it's worth nothing. Now, Eddie's team, or let's say boxers, who have they got? We've got snooker box stuff. We know how they got that one, though, don't we? Yeah. Well, forget the snooker one for now. It's what they did there. It's disgusting how they did that one. The darts one, well, that's even more disgusting. Forget them. They tried it with boxing and failed. Who is in their fucking stable? Who's in their stable? Because I can flog half of them that are in their stable now. Who's in their stable that's any good? Who's in their stable that's any good? Is Dylan White with them? No, he's not got to deal with him. Crusher Ben, he's not won a belt. He's saying he's going to fight Enos next. Is it Jaron Ennis? Or Eubank? He's saying Eubank now, all journalists and that, and saying it's a done deal. It's going to be Eubank. Fair enough, but Crusher's not won a belt. Joshua's not been a world champion for 4 years, right? So where's he going? Katie Taylor keeps getting home decisions. She's finished. So where's the big stars? Canelo ain't going to deal with him.
No.
JOPT doesn't sell a ticket. He's Australian. Nice enough kid. Eddie can have people in pound for pound lists. But who are they in the cold hard light of day? Your Bam Bam Rodriguez's and your Bibbles. Who are they? Where's the Brits? Where's all Brits? Where's all heavyweights in Britain? They're all gone to Queensby, aren't they? Because they know they can get to Saudi. It's not through. They don't have to go through Eddie now. All roads now don't lead to Eddie. He's on the outside looking in now, but he's not going to tell you that. I'm going to tell you that.
Is he going to have enough fighters for a 5 versus 5?
He lost, didn't he? He lost that, didn't he? 5-0.
5-0.
There you go.
I couldn't believe it. I predicted that all right. Just
what we were saying the other week, Tom Dallas is best matchmaker in country. Tom Plankerwood Dallas is the best matchmaker in the country. Yeah, all right. Yeah. There's no such thing as a matchmaker at Matchroom. They do the matching. The matchmaker there does the leg running, all the phoning and all the running about the emails and the paperwork. They sign off on it, just like Dennis does. So all these matchmakers, I'm the best matchmaker. It's a load of shit. The promoter has the say over everything. You can make the bestest fight you can think ever, and it can be financially viable, and everybody on good money, and all tickets are sold. You're thinking, there's profit in this show. Promoter can walk in and go, nah, you know what? I don't fancy that fight. Put somebody else in for that headline. That's what happens. It ain't the matchmaker. Promoters run fucking boxing. They run border control. They run it. Because if we ain't got promoters, what are border control going to fucking do? What are they going to do? The border control was set up back in the day by all that old cartel lot, wasn't it? So it don't change. Nothing's changed. Just that the faces have changed, haven't they? They're all getting older. I mean, how old's Robert Smith now? He must have milked it to death. I thought that John Morris milked it, and that Nipper Reid.
Nipper Reid, no. Nipper
Reid or Nick Craze, he was main man there for years, wasn't he, at Border Control?
Yeah.
They were all having do hard a bit. So just because they're ex-coppers, don't mean say they're going to be honest with everything, does it?
No, not a chance.
Les Potts wouldn't even give me my seconds license. Shithouse him. Pulling my form out for a Section 18 on his pal. 23-year-old. When I had flat top. Because it were falling out then. Hey. Wish I were 23 now. Wow. Been able to do a good windmill since I was 23. I'm now, Andy. Speaking of pot shotters, that's Big Mouth. We went from him.
Who's that?
Big Mouth. Last
Big
video
Mouth.
I seen Big Mouth, old Spencer Fearing, aka the Knowledge. Last video I seen about him, he was going round to Lennox Lewis's for Sunday dinner.
Don't tell me he's godfather to his kids and ours.
Lives in Jamaica, not Bethnal Green. Let's have a look here. Is Eddie Hills an also ran Porky? Jonathan, you always send me that question. I don't think he's an also ran. I just think he's number 2 now. So he's not an also ran, is he? You know, he's not the top dog anymore. That's the bottom line, isn't it?
But will he fight De La Hoya?
Well, he's brick. Well, yeah, he's brick top the top guy, like, because at the end of the day, he ain't got. Oh, he's got Daniel DeBar, but they bought him that belt, didn't they? Usyk give him it, but really, Usyk's the daddy, isn't he? They're clinging up for dear life with DeBar, who's quit twice. Is that where we're at? Best fighter in Bricktop stable, quit twice. That's the bottom line, isn't it? I know I put that bluntly, but it did happen, didn't it?
I think he'd beat Fury now, Dubois.
Why? Because he beat a shot to bits Joshua. People are getting carried away with this, aren't they? Anthony Joshua was shot to bits after Usyk. Come on.
I think Fury's done and all, though. I think.
Go on. Look.
Best days are past him, eh?
Let me just tell you a little story and educate you. How long we got left? Right. Do you know the bookies? You know the bookies when they put odds up and stuff like that? Right. Give you an example. Adam Azine against O'Hara Davis. 2 fighters at different stages of their careers, yeah? Carl Frost against Robin Reid. 2 fighters at different stages of their careers, right? Do you know when the bookies, right? If, say, for instance, you swap Robin Reid for a Bernard Hopkins at that age, it'd be a different story, wouldn't it? So what they do, certain every fighter's different. Some fighters can fight till the 40 and be fit as a fiddle. Some can fight till the 35 and be fit as a fiddle. After that, they're just doing it for money. Robin Reid wouldn't have been able to throw as many punches as he did against Froch as he did against Joe Calzaghe. Because we were talking 8 years later, weren't we?
Yeah.
I mean, and a guy at the end of his career. So when the bookies put the odds up, you're thinking, what odds am I going to get here? They're not daft. There were no odds on Froch to win by a knockout. It was shit. Not even worth putting it on. But there were big odds for Robin Reid to win. You see where we're coming from. So you get the general gist of it, that they're usually right every time. But what they go on when they make them betting things, they speak to experts, but they go on statistics and age and punches that they're throwing and performances and who they fought and stuff like that. And that's how they come to that. So these fights, a lot of them are mismatches that we see, aren't they?
Yeah.
And Dubois, him against Tyson Fury, would probably be a mismatch because the stages of the careers, aren't they? But if I got it put on him again, what would it be like? Because once he's had it put on him, he's not so keen. He ain't so keen. But if he gets in first, he'll finish you off, won't he? Mike Tyson.
No,
Anybody who stood up to Mike Tyson as a pro, he didn't know what to do with him, did he?
Yeah.
He didn't know what to do with Douglas, did he? Holyfield, twice. He couldn't handle it, could he?
No, couldn't handle that. Couldn't handle that.
Anthony Joshua's the same. He's the same. He's a short fighter. He's coming back for money. When you're not throwing as many punches, right? What I do when I place a bet, and you and I have been lucky over years. I've had a lot of luck with boxing bets. When you place your bet, study the CompuBox statistics. Why do you think they have them? The sports book use them in Vegas. You get the gist of a fighter. I've gone on about Warrington, and I go look at Josh Warrington's last 10 fights. Yeah, go look at how many punches thrown, how many landed, and what rounds. When you look at what he scored in each round, how many punches thrown and whatnot, how many landed, and look at the certain rounds how he takes off. He never used to take rounds off, Josh Warrington. Taking rounds off because you're getting older, and that what happened to Reed. He was taking and food and drink to Froch then. And that's what we've got now with Joshua and Tyson Fury. Costa at the end.
Yeah.
But they're not going to tell us that. They're going to piss up our legs and we're going to go, my leg's all wet. You pissed on me. See where I'm coming from? But they're not just doing that. They're studying at Penthouse, earning millions, are lagging over us. Firing it down.
Taking all the money.
Firing it down at us from Penthouse, aren't they? Yeah, so what? We're not even training properly. We're getting 50 mil. What are you doing with your life? Do you see where I'm coming from? That's what I don't like. Because I know there's a lot of these, because there's no effort going in. They're not blood tears in these camps. Enjoy it.
When you look at who Fury's fought leading up to Usyk the last time, there's no preparation. White and Chisora, and then Ngannou, that's no preparation for fighting Usyk, is it? It's just running the clock down, isn't it? And his best days are passing him by. I just think at the moment Dubois would be too lively for him. If Dubois got on him, hurt him early, I think it'd be a mid-round stoppage. Yeah.
What if Tyson put it on him early though? Because he don't like it being put it on him, does he?
Yeah, if Hrgovic stood up, Hrgovic put it on him, didn't he?
Yeah.
He landed a lot of punches on him, but it didn't deter him, did it? So
we have to give Don Charles some credit for what they've done with him for this turnaround. We do, don't we? I guess.
I think he's come of age, Dubois now. I think he's got experience. He's got bad experiences, isn't he? And he's grown from it. And you can't buy experience, and he's been matched fairly tough for his age right through, isn't he? So he's had what would you say? He's had adversity to deal with, hasn't he? And he's come past that now. I think going forward, though there is people out there, I would say, I think Usyk would beat him again, and I think Bakole would give him a good fight. I think that would be a good fight, Bakole and Dubois. I think.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that fight, but they don't want it. Bricktop doesn't want Bakole fighting any of his fighters, does he?
He's talking Jake Paul against Daniel Dubois on Boxing Social, Bricktop this week. Where's he coming from with that? How could they sell that to us? Is that another slash from Penthouse?
Big time.
Stop it! No, you're pissing on me. Is that what we've got?
That's that bad. That's that bad. They've got buckets of piss that they've filled up and they're pouring them on us.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. They're lining buckets up to tip them on us. Like me on A-Wing in Armley, trying to throw it on the screws, shit and piss, landing on net. Because once you throw it from top, you can get in your cell quick, can't you, in Armley? Before they go, where's that come from?
Piss bombs.
Aye. What do you think to Lawrence Okoli? Is he going to do it at heavyweight?
I just want to see him fight.
Heavyweight.
I want to see him fight. See what he can do. Put him in against Dillian White.
Dillian White against him. If Okoli would flog Dillian White on the spot.
Yeah, big
Dylan
time.
White's another one who looks 21, Clem.
He's done now.
Listen, right, you know these fighters can just do enough to pick up really millions of pounds and not even get fit. Are you telling me these lot are doing road work? Your McCauley's, your Dylan Whites, Big Freeze. There's 320 stoners there. Are they doing road work? Because people like Max look at these fighters and think, oh, I need to be big. If you're a 17 stone man, you're a 17 stone man. If you get in the ring at 20, you're losing all your advantages, aren't you? Because you're not going to be able to get out at weight shots, are you? And you're not going to be
I
able to.
like Bacoli, but I'd like to see him 2 stone lighter. I think if he was 18 stone, he's be a better weight for him.
Yeah, I remember. Listen, there's a kid round there, I had a couple of dudes with him, right? Same weight as me, with some right dudes. But when I was a big 20 stoner, I couldn't get near him. Couldn't get near him.
Nah.
Couldn't do that with him.
Nah.
But I couldn't then. Because you're too fat. Can't get your punches off. You know what I mean? Out of
Yeah.
breath. You know what I mean?
Can he move?
Work, eh?
Can he move?
Well, look at Max. He had that 4-rounder, didn't it? Nearly killed him. Max, be honest, it nearly killed you that 12 minutes. 12 minutes nearly killed him. 12 minutes. What is that? He's not fit. He's not fit. And I've told him. He's got a bit of ability, Max, actually, to be fair. You're a big, strong lump. He hits you with that big right hand, you're going to go. Big ramrod.
Heavy-handed, eh?
He's got big ramrod, big old paws in him, big old ramrod left hand jab. But if he comes up to the factory and he's not looking, I'll jump behind his neck. I'll get him in an headlock like that. I'll take him down. You know that bit of that rockabilly quiff he's got. Max, I'm going to pluck it like a boxer. I'll get him. I get legs around his neck. Yank him to the floor. Max, I'm going to do you. No, he's all right, Max. Did I tell you to bowled up in a 48, not 48 plate, a 48 grand 24 plate Merc? V8.
Aye, big V8.
What that for? It's fast. How much took gallon? 10. 10 took gallon. Businessman Max.
Must have money to burn, eh?
He'd have been a mate of Big Rom's, wouldn't it? Yeah, go see my mate. He's got a car for you. Don't forget my drink on that. Don't forget to drop me my 5 off that. That's what's happened there. Yeah, Max, you know what happened there, Max? Big Ron's got loads of mates at dealership. Yeah, go see my mate, Mark. Hey, look, I'm just telling my yeah, 5 on.
You don't want a diesel, you want this? Gas guzzler.
Hey.
Think of the nectar points you'll gain.
Joe Cordina. You remember when I did the old Joe Cordina exclusive? How long was that now? A couple of months ago, innit? When I did that, yeah. Did I get it right? Nobody else said out, did they? But have you noticed what's happened since? Nobody dare go near the kid, dare they? Why? Former world champion from Matchroom, Sims fighter. Normally they'd be putting them up in lights, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Because of how they pass. Don't say no, do they? Why?
All gone quiet.
All gone quiet on the Western Front.
Yeah.
It has, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I feel kind of vindicated with that one. And the Ben Davidson Wilder one.
Yeah.
Even though he didn't get to train Wilder, tried to. And went even worse. Ended up training Joshua. Everybody said, oh, you're just trying to cause trouble between Tyson and Ben. They were putting the sons up there to train Wilder. Oh, yeah. But when I said it, I'm inventing shit. And then what's he going to do? Wasn't trained Joshua. Oh, maybe you were right there, P. You fucking know I were right. Okay, let's see what we've got left. 15 minutes left. Right. You got that. Oh, pardon, Mike. Just coming now to it. Mike Tyson against Jake Paul, and obviously, have we got in a situation where a man pushing 59s in the ring with somebody 27, and you've actually got people saying that Mike Tyson's going to win and he's this and that, but yet he couldn't fight for more than 2.5 minutes 20 years. In his last couple of fights that he got beat, Danny Williams and the other kid, Kevin McBride, he were no
He's
good.
Done then, wasn't he?
He were good for a round then, wasn't he? So if he's good for 3 minutes max, 3 or 4 minutes then, what's he going to be 20 years later?
Absolutely disgusting.
Only person who said he was going to win was Big Joe Egan. You know what I mean? I thought Joe would have been carrying him into the ring on his big shoulders, did you?
Was he sparring one for the build-up? No.
We're still waiting for footage of you and Matt Joe Egan. Another bullshitter in boxing.
I want to see him put it on Big Joe Fury.
He's trying to ponce a living off Darren Till now, isn't he, Joe? Don't worry, Darren. At the weigh-in, I'm going to put it on John Fury. Here's an exclusive for you all. Joe Egan's going to put it on John Fury. Well, first of all, John Fury would do him. John does him easily because he's out of shape and he's got shoulder problems. I'd do him, Egan. You think he'd do me him? I'd stick it on him, he'd be surrounded. He wouldn't bother me him. As big as he is, I'd fly into him. I would love that, man. Joe, come down to the factory. You mind posting me stupid letters? You know where it is. Come down. Let's get at it on Car Park or Cat Alley. All they're doing is talking about it and trying to... What he does, Egan, is trying to piggyback and living in the media off of getting into mix. So he hangs around with people who are more famous than him, bothers the life out of them to get in the mix and tells them this, tells them that. Fairy stories! Tells them the fairy stories. Oh, I've got access to Mike. I can get to Mike. I can get to Calla Sowland. I can get to DAZN, Jake Paul, KSI. They all know me. Well, why have you not got a fucking fight then? Because they all think you're full of shit. You're running around telling these sparring stories that don't exist. You know, if you're... You know where I'm coming from, don't you? We've been over it. Joe Egan, you're a born liar. Stop it.
You've seen the Misfits money there, and he's wanting, I want some of that.
There you go. And that they can't see that they're killing the sport off. All of them will want to get stuck in with that Jake Paul. All of them are killing it off to take money out of the job.
Yeah.
Why don't do what Froch has done? He'll do it for charity, Froch, with Jake Paul.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to do it for charity, though, do they, in boxing? They'll say they do if they're carrying a bucket around. You know what I mean? Carry a bucket around. Well, yeah, we're collecting for people who can't afford to bury the kids. Remember him, Steve Fally? Dennis says, what's he doing? So he's collecting money. And all fans here, Dennis, with a bucket. Why? For people who can't afford to bury the kids. Well, we live in England, don't we? If you can't afford to bury your kids, state pay, don't they? So why is Steve running around with his bucket? What's going on there? Isn't that right, Steve Fally? Wrong him.
Nice. Terrible.
Bad do, mate. Bad do, but how can anybody say it when it's like that? It's like somebody working for you saying, I can't come into work today. My mum's just died. Or my kid's very, very ill. What are you going to say? Can't say out that, can you? Because you'd be classed as a rotten, wouldn't you? You know what I mean?
I know a guy who did that. He phoned in and said it's probably the worst lie you could ever tell. Phoned in and said his mum had died, so they thought that's terrible. So they sent the driver down to the florist and sent her round to the house with a bunch of big bouquet of flowers, and his mum answered the door. It's like,
you're joking me.
No, that's a true story.
I would have done that. Do you know who told that whopper? I would have gone around personally and kicked him up and down the street barefoot. Barefoot.
Horrendous.
I would have been that fuming. I wouldn't have had time to put me trainers on. My high-tech squash.
Silver shadows.
A goaler. I wouldn't have time to put my Cadimos on. I don't know. Spotty Frank. Is he getting too big for his boots? He's now coming out with videos, and the title is Ben Shallum's not getting a no deal at Sky. Deal's not at Sky. Deal's not even up for talks yet, and they're already pushing kid out at window. That's them desperate to get back on Sky. Bricktop's at DAZN with big stable, isn't he? It's true, isn't it? Bricktop's at DAZN. with big stable, but even Bricktop is not 100% their zone. He'd go back to Sky tomorrow. Eddie would. He'd take it because I've heard back. So what they're going to do, they're going to get rid of young kid, aren't they? And probably try
to
and
bully him out the way,
why don't they just give Bricktop 14 dates and give Eddie 6? Because that's about all Eddie's worth with his stable. Bricktop, you'd give him 14 slots, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you?
Yeah.
With all that lot. So why not?
He's got a lot.
Yeah, it is what it is. What do you think about Calla doing all them misfit shows and still being involved in professional boxing? Do you think that's a conflict of interest? Don't forget Chris Hadley got 100 quid fine for doing a corner on a misfit show.
Yeah. Should be a level playing field. It should be a standardised.
Yeah, well, it looks like they're bouncing it off women this, doesn't it? One doing misfits, one doing professional. But they're having both sides at coin, aren't they? I don't think that's right, do you?
Nah, it's not right. There's a conflict of interest.
Okay. Right. What do you think about Joshua retiring? You think Eddie's full of shit on that? I do. They're not going to let him go out.
No. They'll milk him a bit more.
Is women's boxing dead? Yes or no, Andy?
Nah, it's just too shallow a talent pool, isn't it? It's just, it doesn't really. I'm never really inclined to watch women's boxing. I did see a bit of the Serrano Katie Taylor fight, but
can't watch Katie Taylor anymore now.
I've nothing against women boxing, but it's just it doesn't really do it for me. It's never. There's some fights have been all right, but nah.
Okay, Eubank wants his dad back on the scene. Do you think he's been told by the powers that be that we're going to need your dad for promotion?
Probably, yeah.
That's what my porky sensor's telling me because it's tingling.
It's going to sell the fight if old Nige and Chris English or whatever you will call himself, Christopher Eubank, is on the scene, isn't it? Selling the fight. And old Nige is wanting a third fight with him, isn't he?
Old Nige is what?
They're not going to fight again. Wanting a third fight with old Chris Eubank.
You what?
I heard that somewhere that Nigel. Did he have an interview with Simon Jordan, Nigel Benn?
Yeah.
I've not watched it. I did see there is an interview there, though.
All he's going to say is his son's innocent and they've been stitched up and blah, blah. They're not going to tell the truth, are they? Been caught twice and they've not given an explanation how it's in his system. Whatever happened to what's that thing though? You have to what's it called? It's in your system. You put you have to accept it, don't you? What's it called? What do they call it now?
Strict liability, is it?
Liability. No. They've got strict liability. It's in his system. You're responsible for what's in your system. Right? That goes for anybody. That's like Liam Cameron. He got cocaine in his system. Dennis's fighter when I went there. So Liam, you've got coke in your system. 4-year ban. He didn't know how it got there. He didn't know. He went through all scenarios, handling money, and whatever. Went through all that, and they were having none of it. Listen now, you got 4 year, right? Tyson Fury had 3 issues, not 1, 3. He got a 2-year ban. So that's wrong. Crusher Ben's got 2 incidents. What should he get for that? If Liam's getting 4 year for 1 incident, why is Crusher Ben getting? Well, it looks like he's had a 2-year ban, doesn't it?
Yeah, but he's still fought in America, hasn't he?
Fought in America twice. You're allowed to earn there, and they'll not be bothered about Robert Smith if they can't fight in England. They'll just take it to Saudi, but Turkey Al Sheikh. But I think
no, it's under under the supervision of the British board in Saudi?
I'm just coming to that. It is, isn't it? They have been working with them, haven't they? So, they're going to get away with it, aren't they? Julian said this, though, isn't they? They're just going to batten the actions down. But, do you know, people like me, I have a long memory. I don't like cheats. All right? I don't like any kind of people from Essex. That's so, aren't I?
Julian was spot on, wasn't he? He was spot on with everything with that. I think it was him that told me Canelo gave a hair follicle sample. He said that's all Conor Benn had to do, and that would.
Rio Ferdinand gave it, didn't he? Follicle, but nobody's asking for any follicles, are they?
No.
Follicles, and it's in your system 6 months.
Yeah.
If I have a spliff now and then I don't smoke for a couple of months, if I have a pee, it's not in my urine, but it'll still be on an air on my body, won't it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's how they get murderers and stuff like that, isn't it?
Mm.
Or people who kill people, in car crashes, when they're
Yeah.
stoned or sniffed out the brains and
Yeah.
jog on, don't they? That's how they caught that footballer, didn't they? Lee, forgot his second name. He played for West Brom, didn't he? Up front, good player. In Premier
Right.
League, forgot his second name now. He smashed the V8 Merc, didn't he? Into somebody out Brummy way or West Brom or whatever he'd done. Killed
Yeah.
somebody, and he got 6 years, didn't he? But he shot off from the scene, didn't he? But they'd done him with a follicle, didn't they?
Right.
Just turn up 2 days later and go, and pissing something. They're not going to have that.
Yeah.
Come here, you bump. So that's all they had to do, really. But we had all that bollocks on Piers Morgan's programme, didn't we? They only went on there to get famous. They went on there to
Embarrassing.
milk it for pro. Listen, he's had £1 million worth of publicity, Conor Benn. You know that, don't you?
Yeah.
The man's not won a fucking belt. He hasn't won a belt. He hasn't got an area, an English, a British, or a Commonwealth, or a European. None of them. He definitely not got a world title. He hasn't won one belt out of the 6 levels. Not one. But yet, look at the PR they've given him. Look at his profile. They're loving it, mate. That's all they want. Money.
Yeah.
Not bothered about belts. His father weren't bothered about belts. If his dad were bothered about belts, he'd have fought Bomber Graham money for a British title back in the day.
Yeah.
He didn't, did he? Eubank didn't want to do
No, I
it.
know.
Like Bomber Graham, do we?
No.
Do you know what I mean? Pardon?
He's a brilliant fighter, Bomber Graham. So unlucky not to win a world title.
They didn't want to fight Bomber Graham, Brian Anderson, any of them lot. Them lot down there. No, they went that WBO route, didn't they? But nobody even counts it, do they? That. I mean, it's not even a good-looking belt, is it? What colour is it?
Warren Bricktop
What
organisation.
colour's WBO belt?
It's kind of plum, innit?
Like a brown colour, isn't it?
Brown plum kind of colour.
Only thing that's good for is putting up foil. Let me get back there once. And I'm five. Just let me back on it once. What?
Don't do it. Just say no.
Right, lad.
Just say no.
We've had a free party, Andy. We've had a couple of hours, haven't we?
Good to be back.
Good to be back. Hope you're well. Okay, I hope everybody's enjoyed what we've covered tonight. There's loads what we've missed, but we're back in the saddle now. We can only do so much. We've tried to make it entertaining, haven't we, Andrew?
Yeah, try our best.
We've done our best. Okie dokie. Thanks for liking and subscribing and leaving a comment. Lyndon, Greyhound Racer from Walsall. I ain't got your number. Email me at kidporkycorner@mail.com. You know what it's like when you lose your phone. All right, mate. Well, listen.
Check out Andy's Cavern as well. Check out
Andy's Cavern, YouTube. That's Andy's boxing channel, YouTube. And Andy, it's harder than what you think doing it on your own, isn't it?
Oh, aye.
Don't want to be me, kid, don't you? But when you have a go, it's tough, isn't it? It's hard, isn't it?
This is a novelty having somebody to talk to instead of talking to myself for the last wee while.
Talk to yourself my week, kid. Go on, I'll see you later, mate. God bless.
Okay, mate. Take care. Cheers.
Right.
Cheers.
Well, that was Andy from Aberdeen. Women love him, men want to be him. Hope you enjoyed the show. That's about it, really. I better get dressed now and jog on. Okie dokie. Thanks for liking and subscribing and leaving a comment. Booyaka. Peace out. And don't forget, if you want to come on Zoom, porkycorner@mail.com. £100 for a winner. We're going to pay out at Christmas. Ooh, yaka, yaka, yaka.